Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from everyone's favorite Halo YouTuber. And boy, do we need to talk about Halo Infinite's development, because it has been a complete and utter disaster. There are a few things I want to touch on in today's video, but this was obviously prompted by the news that Chris Lee has left 343 Industries. This was made public by respected games journalist Jason Schrier, with the Bloomberg scoop, stating Halo Infinite director and longtime 343 executive Chris Lee has left the project. This is the second Halo Infinite director to depart in 2 years, and another sign of the game's turbulent development. Respected games journalist Jason Schrier also tweeted, "I can confirm, based not on assumptions but on conversations with the developers, that Halo Infinite has been having development issues for a very long time." You think, Jason? It doesn't take 5 going on 6 years to make a Halo game. Games that take 6 years to make are massive open worlds built out with extreme attention to detail. They're games like GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Where the developers are making sure that the horse testicles sway just right while you ride your trusty steed. It doesn't take 5 years to put out an underwhelming looking open world. There have clearly been development issues with Halo Infinite, supported by the delay into 2021, no official release date, and honestly, not much known information about the game that was supposed to be coming out in less than 2 weeks. There's a lot of speculation regarding Chris Lee leaving the project. I've seen some people saying that maybe he's leaving because his work is done. There have been leaks that the game is content complete now and just needs to be polished. That could be possible, but it doesn't really seem plausible in my opinion. With the game having a rough development, it makes a lot more sense based on the evidence we have that he either quit because he wasn't seeing eye to eye with management, or he was fired as punishment for the game missing its deadline. But again, that's all just speculation. No one outside of 343 really knows. It kind of seems like 343 just can't get out of their own way. Just bad news after bad news coming out regarding Halo Infinite. We hear that another director is out, and that was right after there was a debacle regarding the Spartan color customization. 343 basically redesigned the color customization in Halo Infinite to be a skin, much like other free-to-play games, rather than the classic primary and secondary color choices you've had in previous Halo games. This takes away the individuality of giving your Spartan the exact color scheme you want. You are now subject to the armor skins that 343 puts out. I doubt this is the first you're hearing about this if you're watching this video, but I figured I would mention it. Personally, I don't really care that much about the skins because I primarily play the competitive 4v4 playlist, either Team Arena or Team Hardcore, whatever they call it in Halo Infinite. And obviously in that playlist I'm either the red team or the blue team, and my armor skin wouldn't be visible at all. But I understand why people are upset. There are tons of people in Halo that put so much time and effort customizing their Spartan, making them look exactly how they want. Some people have probably been rocking the same color scheme or emblem for 15 years, and the primary and secondary colors are a huge part of customization for the Halo community. And that's why I understand why people are making it a huge deal. While it doesn't affect me personally, it affects other longtime Halo fans and how they may enjoy the game. Halo became so popular because it had something for everyone, at least in my opinion. Whether you wanted to be an MLG pro or just make your Spartan look cool and mess around in custom games. And that is being taken away in order to accommodate the free-to-play model in Halo Infinite. On one hand, I understand that in a free-to-play game, every aspect of customization in the game is going to be monetized. But that goes against the precedent that Halo has set over the life of the franchise. I feel like it's kind of pushing aside the current Halo player base that has been buying Halo for years for the prospect of enormous amounts of players that would flock to a free-to-play Halo. And I honestly think this situation sums up 343's time in charge of Halo perfectly. For whatever reason, 343 has always seemed to overlook the little things, whether it be adding mechanics from other games like Halo 4 loadouts, or not having any developer-made big team battle maps in Halo 5, Halo 5 launching without social playlists, no ranked playlists in Halo 4. 343 in a sense always felt more corporate than Bungie did with the Halo games, and I think that is really why Halo lost its charm. Bungie was under Microsoft's control, but Halo was their baby, and they really wanted it to succeed. They seemed to always take fans' feedback into consideration and used it to make Halo the best game possible. I'm not saying this isn't the case for 343, and I genuinely believe the people at 343 love Halo and want it to succeed. But at the end of the day, 343 was a corporation literally created to milk the Halo franchise. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but Halo was one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world, and Microsoft needed someone to help them profit off it. At the end of the day, 343 kind of feels like a faceless corporation that needs to meet with a board of directors with multiple PowerPoint presentations in order to have any changes to Halo Infinite approved. It's like the people we interact with, Tashi, Sketch, Unishek, just have to put a smile on their face and put out the fire while their corporate overlords have no intentions on actually fixing the problem. At least, not before your quarterly meeting with Bill Gates where you can show him your proposal. I'm not saying that Halo would have been better off with Bungie. I mean, they seem to make the same mistake after partnering with Activision and agreeing to run all their Destiny ideas through them. And maybe that's why Reach stunk, at least in my opinion. Bungie was out on Halo after the trilogy, and just had to make Reach because of contractual obligations. They used it as a Destiny test dummy. I know I've gone on a bit of a rant, but the point I was getting at is the armor skins seem to be pushing aside existing Halo fans in order to acquire a new fanbase that could completely drown out the current community. A free-to-play game is exciting for Halo, a franchise that has struggled to maintain players since 2010. It's especially exciting for someone like me, who makes Halo content that not many people watch. But that comes at a price. And the price is that the people that have stood by Halo for years and have supported this franchise as it wasted away in the darkness are suddenly going to be overshadowed by an entire new player base. Most of them probably never having played Halo before. And I feel like features that we love, that we've been enjoying for years, are going to continue being pushed aside to cater to the new majority. So there's no surprise that Halo Infinite development has been a disaster. We have a corporation that was built specifically to carry the Halo mantle, struggling to piece together a game that their existing fans want, but will also be profitable in a free-to-play model. They have spent their entire development saying how this game was a spiritual successor to Halo CE, and hinting at a return to the classic Halo everyone fell in love with. While everything we have seen looks like Infinite is straying further and further away from the things we love about Halo. I'm still really excited about Halo Infinite, but development issues are never a good sign. And even with more than 5 years of development, things aren't looking good. Until next time, later.